Hey, Jason here from Simply Swider. If your GE washer is stuck with error code 26 and won't complete its spin cycle, you're in the right place. Here's the great news. 8 out of 10 times, this is a simple fix you can do yourself in under 15 minutes without spending a dime on repairs. Before we get started, if you run into any questions, jump into our Facebook group. Links in the description. We've got thousands of people helping each other fix their appliances, and I pop in there daily to help out. Error code 26 means your washer detected an imbalance and stopped the spin cycle for safety. I'll walk you through 4 solutions in order of likelihood, starting with a 2-minute check that fixes most cases, then moving to 15-minute repairs, and finally the advanced fixes that might need a pro. Trust me on this, always start with the easy stuff before you start tearing into your washer. So the most common cause I see is simply an unbalanced load or a washer that's not sitting level. You'll know this is happening when you see that spin LED blinking during the final spin cycle, and the basket might be bouncing around like it's doing some kind of crazy dance. Here's what's going on. Your washer's trying to spin up to full speed, but it detects the load is all bunched up on one side or the machine itself is rocking. Here's your fix. First, open the lid and redistribute clothes evenly around the basket. Heavy items like comforters need lighter items mixed in for balance. If it's overloaded, pull some stuff out, then grab a spirit level and check if your washer is sitting flat on all 4 legs. If it's wobbly, adjust those leveling legs until it's rock solid. Run a drain and spin cycle, and 9 times out of 10, problem solved. Another issue I run into is when the suspension system inside the washer starts failing. The basket should spin freely when you turn it by hand. If there's excessive resistance or it's wobbling weird, you've got suspension problems. What happens is those suspension rods or dampers that keep the tub stable during spin get worn out or come loose from their mounting points. You'll notice the washer can't seem to balance any load no matter how you arrange the clothes. Before checking this, unplug your washer for safety. You'll need a flashlight to inspect under the machine or inside the cabinet. Look for broken springs, bent rods, or loose dampers. Any of these will cause the error. The suspension rods, part WH16X 26908 if you've got an older top load, run about 10 to 11 bucks each. I always recommend replacing them as a complete set even though they sell them individually. It's one of those while you're in there repairs that'll save you trouble down the road. Now here's where things get more serious. Mechanical drive system problems. If your washer is making low-pitched grinding or rumbling noises, especially when you spin the empty tub by hand, you're probably looking at shot tub bearings or transmission issues. This is what I call the death rattle. Once you hear it, you know the core components are failing. Sometimes you'll see error 26 alongside other codes like 05 or 10, which are mode shifter errors, or code 03 for a locked rotor. Here's your diagnostic test. First, spin the empty tub by hand. Smooth and quiet is good. Grinding sounds mean failed bearings. Second, access service mode by holding the signal button while turning the dial 1 click clockwise. Run test 5 to check the mode shifter and test 12 to verify the drain pump impeller spins freely. If you confirm bearing failure, you're looking at a major repair involving tub disassembly. The transmission assembly runs anywhere from about 120 to 345 bucks, but the labor's going to be intense. This might be where you call someone like me, depending on how handy you are with a wrench. The suspension rods are your most common replacement part for error 26 issues. You're looking at about 10 to 11 bucks per rod. Part number WH16X 26908 for the older top loaders. These are definitely worth fixing yourself if you're even halfway handy. The job's not too bad. You'll need to access the space between the tub and cabinet, but it's a straightforward swap. Just remember what I said. Replace the whole set, not just the broken one. It's like replacing one shock absorber on your car. You're just asking for more problems later. The mode shifter, or shift actuator as some folks call it, part WH03X30517, runs about 38 to 40 bucks. This little guy controls the transmission switching between agitate and spin modes. You can test this one using the service mode tests 5 or 10. If it's not responding properly during these tests, you'll need to replace it. It's located down by the transmission on the underside, so you'll be getting up close and personal with the bottom of your washer. Moderate difficulty repair, but definitely doable if you're comfortable working with tools. The big kahuna, the transmission assembly. Part WH03X33729 will set you back anywhere from $120 to $345, depending on where you shop. This is the heart of your washer's mechanical system, converting motor power into that agitation and spin action. If this goes bad, you'll know it. Grinding noises, inability to spin or agitate properly, or multiple error codes popping up. Now, I'll be straight with you. This is not a beginner repair. You're going to be dislodging the console, accessing components from multiple angles, and potentially separating the tub halves. Unless you've got serious DIY skills and a full day to dedicate, this might be where you call a professional. Sometimes the problem isn't mechanical at all, it's the brain of the operation. The main control board, parts WH22X37840 or the updated WH22X37837, runs between about 160 and 325 bucks. Here's the tricky part. Control board failures often masquerade as other problems. If you're seeing multiple unrelated error codes popping up, like 26 mixed with door faults and UI timeouts, suspect the control board. The board sends signals to all these components, so when it starts failing, everything seems to go haywire at once. You can use service mode test 16 to clear existing fault codes and see if they come back, but honestly, diagnosing control board issues takes some experience. All right, if you're dealing with actual part failures, let's talk about what you're looking at cost-wise and whether these repairs make sense to tackle yourself. I always tell people, if the part costs more than half what the washer's worth, you might want to start shopping for a new machine. Now, you can see right there on your screen the most common GE washer models that run into these error 26 problems. Take a look. You might even spot your own model number up there. From what I see in my service calls, the GFW series and some of the GTW models seem to be the most prone to this particular error, especially when they start getting a few years on them. That's how you fix GE error code 26. Here's your action plan. Step 1, redistribute clothes and check leveling. Step 2, test tub spin by hand and listen for grinding. Step 3, if grinding occurs, check suspension rods. Step 4, use service mode tests for deeper diagnosis. Remember, 80% of cases are fixed in step 1, so always start there. If you end up hearing that grinding noise when you spin the tub by hand, that's when you know you're dealing with serious internal wear. If this helped you get your washer spinning again, hit that like button and drop a comment below. Let me know which fix worked for you. Really helps other people with the same problem. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys know someone who's having appliance troubles, please send them the link to this video or a link to my channel where I have tons of other videos showing how to fix pretty common issues with appliances, sometimes for free or as little cost as possible. It sure beats having a repairman come out and spending several hundred for them to fix it when it could be something so simple. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.